Why do I feel myself?
What?
I'm being sentimental.
What? Oh, sorry.
How would you describe your relationship?
You go first.
Me first.
Yeah.
Very fun and very action filled. Like we like to do a lot of stuff together.
I was gonna say fun too. You kind of took mine. I was gonna say like we're best friends. We always hang out with each other. It's comfortable to be with you. We've been dating for 7 years and how many days? If you don't get it.
180 days.
Really? Someone has to fact check this now.
7 years and 60 days.
Okay, nice. Okay, Jade, what was your first impression of James?
First impression of James. Oh, can you hear me? Oh no, I'm just smiling. That's like, okay. Him and some of the other boys in our friend group at Mac like knocked on my door, and then they like ran away. So it was a ding dong like ditch situation. Then they end up coming back to say like hi to us after. I thought they were really nice. They're very chill. We got along well. And then he decided to draw a picture of me like on the door. I thought that was a little weird.
My first impression of Jade was I thought she was very outgoing and very sweet. And yeah, I remember we went up to her door and we knocked on her door, and then I kind of drew a picture of her. And then when I was drawing, I was like, oh, she's kind of cute.
I said how you ding dong ditched us, and then you drew a picture of me on the door.
Yeah.
That was a little weird, but
I actually don't remember ding dong ditching you.
You
But I
don't?
remember drawing the door.
Yeah, I think we have a picture, and it's like me going like this.
Yes. Yeah.
Like you guys were really easy to like get along with and talk to, so I knew that we were gonna be friends starting from that point onward.
Yeah. And I said, I think you're like very like outgoing and very like fun and sweet. And then, yeah, I thought you were cute when I was drawing you on the door.
Can you describe your first date?
Our first date. So it was a little interesting because when James first told me he liked me, I told him that we couldn't date for that whole year when we were first year, just because I kind of had like a pact with Jen and we were like, no, we're not gonna date first year, but also because like I was kind of discovering like my faith and I didn't want that to be tied to James. So we had a few talks, like DTRs in between. And then our first date, when we decided we were gonna date, we kind of had like a conversation like, oh, like how is this gonna go? Like how our finance is gonna go? How do we want to like keep God in the center of our relationship? Then we went to Swiss Chalet, and then he made me pay for like half of my bill. And I was like, first of all, I don't like Swiss Chalet, and second of all, you made me pay for half the bill? But it's because we discussed that we were going to split like paying for the dinner, but I thought it was like, okay, you pay for one meal and James pays for the other meal and vice versa, but James thought it was actually split in half. So it was an interesting day. I had a lot of fun and we had a lot of deep talks, but then you made me pay for half.
Well, I first asked her to be like my girlfriend at like a park, and then we just talked, and that was really nice. But our first like official date was going to Swiss Chalet. Yeah, I didn't really know where to take like her at all, and I was like, oh, I grew up going to Swiss Chalet. I love Swiss Chalet. It's like so good. So we went to Swiss Chalet and we just like talked, and I think she probably like kind of hated the food, but we had like a really nice time like talking over dinner like at a restaurant together for the first time, and then we split the bill, which is my bad. I would not do that anymore.
Well, I said originally we had like a couple of DTRs until like we set on like May 8th, and then we kind of like had a conversation about how our relationship was gonna go, and then we went to Swiss Chalet and they made me pay for half.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said, I asked you to be official like in like a park, and then yeah, then we went to Swiss Chalet, and then
Your favorite restaurant?
yeah, I said I wouldn't make you pay half if I were to redo it. I would just pay it. And I'd probably choose a better restaurant than Swiss Chalet.
When James upset, which honestly, I feel like a lot of the times he's like not upset, which is also a blessing. Like he is so easygoing that he doesn't get upset very often. But I find that he just likes hugs the most and just me saying that I'm there for him. He's a big like words of affirmation guy, which I had to like learn throughout our years of dating is that he just appreciates words of affirmation the most. Just being there and saying that, you know, talking through whatever situation he's in and saying that I'm proud of him and that, you know, anything that's making him upset we can work through together is, I think, what he likes and he needs.
I think there's two things. I think she really likes really nice flowers, and we also love getting bubble tea, so we'll probably go get either one or more of those things. And I think also taking her out for like a nice date and spending like quality time together is usually really good at cheering her up. I said getting like really nice flowers or getting bubble tea are two things that you both really like, and also like going on a date and like spending like some good quality time together.
That's true. I feel like I get upset when we don't get to spend time together. But yes, I also like bubble tea and flowers.
Yeah.
I said that you don't really get upset very often. Well, at least towards me. And I said though, like if you are upset in general, that like you are like a words of affirmation guy. So I feel like you just like need to talk with you through it and say like, you know, like we can get through whatever we're going through, and then also a nice hug.
And then I get hangry.
Then you get hangry. You do get a little hangry sometimes.
Yeah.
But not really. Only when we're shopping.
So what would you miss most about Jade if they were gone?
Well, I definitely miss like being together and like hanging out and having someone that I can always like rely on. I'd say we're definitely best friends, and we always like have a lot of like companionship together. So I definitely like kind of be missing like my other half. That'd be like really, really sad. And yeah, like I feel like we always do so many like fun things together, like going out on like different like trips and like adventures and kind of like exploring around like the city. So I feel like my life would be like one like a lot more boring, and I definitely would be missing my best friend.
Why do I feel myself? I think like I would just miss like everything. Like he's always there for me, like he's my safe place. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna cry. Okay, anyway. But also like I just think like we're just so close now. We're like best friends. Like we do so much together. Like we have adventures together. But we also just like sit in silence and do nothing together, and like it's just so comfortable. I would miss seeing him laugh every day and just doing the little things together.
We're definitely like each other's best friends, so we'd be missing I'd be missing like a lot of just like, you know, the time and like the companionship, and we just both really like to be together, so that'd be like really, really difficult to not be together. And then also I feel like when we're together, like I feel like life is just so much more like fun and enjoyable, and we like to, you know, do lots of things and go to different experiences and stuff, and yeah, like be missing like kind of like out on a lot of other things that like life has to offer as well.
I got sad because I was thinking about, oh my gosh, what if you passed away? I'd be so sad. But I said like, I would just miss like everything. I kind of said you're like my best friend too, and that like we do like all these adventures together, but also like just like the small like mundane things too. Like I say like sometimes we just sit in silence and like scroll on our phones, but I like having the company of you like beside me. So even just like we cook dinner together or send each other reels, like I would always just miss the little things too.
Do you have anything to say to each other?
Thank you for picking me. Choose me, love me. But yes, thank you for loving me and always taking care of me. I wouldn't want to be marrying anyone else. Brother. Do you have anything to say to me?
Huh?
Do you have anything to say to me?
I think you already know like everything. Like I always tell you like that you're my best friend, and like I think you're just like an amazing person, and I wouldn't really want to be marrying anybody else either.
No, I don't really get it.